Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with the Cripple. I am back, everybody. I'm feeling much better about myself, and I'm not in the place that I was a few months or weeks ago. I don't know how long it's been. It feels like it's been 2 or 3 months, but today we're actually going to be making something that I thought was really, really complicated, but it's actually really, really simple. In fact, all the directions fit on one sheet of paper. But then again, I write really, really small when I'm trying to. But so I gotta go put this. You're gonna start by baking 4 chicken breasts or chicken thighs, whichever one you prefer. I'm gonna do chicken thighs, which are just my choice of meat, I guess, for chicken. But you're gonna bake them at 450 for 20 minutes because I prefer them to be a little not underdone. No, 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 no. You don't want underdone. I prefer them to be a little overdone versus underdone because being underdone, there's a chance to give you food poisoning. So don't do underdone. Always overcook rather than undercook. So I'm gonna go put that into the oven, and we're gonna bake it for 20 minutes. But I don't know your setup, so it might take a little bit longer, it might take a little bit less. You just want to make sure it's cooked all the way through. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go do that, and then we'll get started on the sauces. All right. So since we're making, I don't want you guys to fall over, but since we're making two, what are they called? Sauces, we're going to be making them at the exact same time. So for the first one, which is going to be an orange, like orange chicken kind of sauce, you're going to need 1 jar of orange marmalade, 1 cup of whatever brand or, salt. I don't even know what I was trying to say. But you're gonna need 1 cup. I think it's 1 cup. No, yes, 1 cup of barbecue sauce, whichever one you have. I just have original, because I want it to be a very bland flavor, just so that I can get the full experience of just what it's supposed to be versus adding like extra spicy or whatever happens to be. So, in a large bowl, you're gonna need 1 jar, 1 cup of orange marmalade and barbecue sauce, respectively. And 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now I've got my bowl right here, so we're just gonna take this, pop the lid. There we go. And I might need to get a spoon, so I'll be right back. I didn't realize it was gonna be this thick. Alright, now that we've got everything all mixed up, you're gonna use your whisk to get all this other gunk out of the thing you've been struggling with for the past 10 minutes. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh at myself sometimes. But, alright, that's good enough. But, no! Made a mess. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, now that I've got my mess cleaned up, we're gonna start mixing this together, and then we're just gonna throw it in the saucepan. I think if you've done everything right, it should look like that. Hold on. Right there, like that. It should look like dark, thick barbecue sauce. I was really hoping that it wouldn't turn out like that, but I guess that's just how the recipe works. But okay, so we're gonna wait to throw this in until we hear that buzzer go off. So it's probably going off in about, yep, a minute. So this just takes a minute, and then we're gonna let that cool, and then throw this in the saucepan. And while this is thickening up, we're going to debone our thighs and just dice it up. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go take it out of the oven. All right. So quick little side note. I'm gonna continue with the recipe. It's just it's cooling right now. So I really can't do anything other than just let it cool down, because I don't want to start heating this up. And the reason why you hear running water is because I did not thaw out enough chicken for both of these sauces. So this is going to be a 2-part episode, but I think I'm just going to count each of them as their own separate episode. So anyways, this is for the orange sauce. What I'm thawing out right now is for the teriyaki chicken. So I messed up a little bit in preparation. So everything's cooling off, I'm just kind of chilling out until everything's cool enough to handle, because you don't want to burn these. But anyways, we're gonna debone the thighs, and then we are going to just toss this in the saucepan and then serve it up. So I hope you guys are enjoying this so far, and I'm so glad to be back, because I was just not in a good place when I last uploaded. So I hope you guys have just been patient with me, and where everything's cool with me right now, and I'm actually in a good headspace to record. So I'm having fun being back. It's really great to be back. Not really glad to be back. But anyways, I'm gonna take care of this, take care of that, and then we're gonna be good. Alright, so I have my sauce right here in the saucepan, and I'm gonna bring over the chicken, and I'm gonna debone it and just mince it up however it falls, because it said cube it up, but I really don't know how to do that with this cut of chicken, nor do I really know how to do it with chicken in general. So we're just going to cut it up. However it happens, it happens. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I cut into the first one. It was a little itty bitty 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 pink in the middle, but it wasn't that big of a deal. It was mostly done. I just cut around the pink. But the other three I've got sitting over here. They've got to go in for another 10 minutes. So sorry about that. But $4.50 for half an hour, maybe. But I don't really know yet. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so I've got the chicken out of the oven. Sorry, my brain had a little fart for a moment. But basically, we're gonna end up with just like that. So, ooh, I drew a circle. I just realized that just now. But so I'm going to cut it up and put it in there, and then it's taste test time for this video. Remember, we're doing 2. I'm probably going to upload the next one tomorrow, but I'm going to record it tonight. So if you see me in the same shirt, I don't wear the same shirt every single day. But yeah, I'm just going to record it tonight because I'm in a good mood. So I hope you guys are too, and if you're not, let me know what's wrong in the comments and maybe we can talk. Alright, so now I've got all the chicken into the sauce. We're going to take this over to the saucepan and kind of toss it around a few times. And then, yeah, serve it up. And if some of your stuff is a little underdone, don't worry. It's going to cook out in the sauce. That's why this stage is necessary, to kind of even everybody out. So don't worry about it. It's totally fine. And if you feel the need to it, just nuke it, I guess. I don't know. I would just throw it back in the oven if I were you, but that's just me. So I'm going to take this over, and I will see you over at the oven. Why do I have such difficulty with that word tonight? Alright, so basically we're just going to let this heat up and kind of toss it around like this for however long until the sauce thickens up and it looks like orange chicken you get at the restaurant. So I'm going to let this heat up, and as you can see, oh wait, no you can't. But I've got some other chicken that I'm going to throw into the oven. I think I'm just going to call this one the dreaded word. But I've got some chicken that I'm going to throw in the oven, and it was $4.50 for 35 minutes, but that's just my oven, so don't worry, whatever your oven comes out to, that's what your oven comes out to. Oh, and I highly recommend you get one of these things. Let me see if I can grab it real quick without making a mess everywhere. But I highly recommend you get one of these things. It's for whatever you're using to kind of not make a mess, which if you pick it up, you're going to make a mess. I could have just picked it up like this. Ugh. Who cares? I'll clean up afterwards. That's the beauty of having your own place. You get to clean up whatever you want to. So, but I'm going to let this, and I don't know what the thing I just showed you is called, but I highly recommend you get one, because you can, if you have trouble setting down like your spatula or your whatever you happen to be using, it's just a neat place that you can put it that it doesn't make a mess all over your oven or your stovetop. So I highly recommend you guys get one of those. It's amazing. Alright, so while the remainder chicken is cooking, I'm going to start with the second sauce. I'm just going to do it in one video. I haven't done a very long video in a very long time. So, what you're going to need is 1 cup of water. In a large mixing bowl, you need 1 cup of water, 5 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1 large clove of garlic, right there, check, 1/4 cup of cold water, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, yeah, tablespoons, okay, and, what am I forgetting? Oh, 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey, just your regular run-of-the-mill honey. So, I'm going to add in the honey and the garlic. Here we go. But I'm going to do the honey off camera because it's going to take forever. But I'll be right back. Oh, and you're going to mince the garlic. It's also going to take forever if you don't take off the little plastic thingy. So, remember to take off your little plastic thingy. Alright, so I've got all my ingredients combined, and I just took it over to the oven, or the stove, and we're just going to mix it on low until it reaches the consistency that I would like, and then, sorry, my oven was smoking. Okay, there we go. That's not too hot. But, right there. There you guys can see. We're just going to kind of mix this up. And we are going to strain out the garlic. It's just kind of there to add the flavor. But we're going to let this thicken up. And then once it starts thickening up just a little bit, or the, what's it called, dissolves, the sugar and the honey dissolve, we're going to add cornstarch, and it's going to make it less liquidy. It's going to make it actually like teriyaki sauce. So don't worry about this. If it looks like this, you're doing nothing wrong. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab the cornstarch and the water. The second batch of water. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now that we've got our cornstarch in there, we're just going to mix it up, and hopefully it thickens up. I don't know if it will, but maybe it will. It said, the recipe said it would. So we're just going to mix this around until it gets nice and thick. And if anything else, I'll just throw in the chicken and let it rest overnight and turn this into kind of like a marinade. So, another lesson for you to learn in the kitchen, always adapt. There we go. That's going to be nice and thick. You just got to leave it alone for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It smells fantastic. I think what I'm going to do is run this through the strainer just so that I can get out the garlic and stuff like that. But other than that, this is perfect. So, yeah, I'm really pleased with this. Oh, hold on. There we go. I'm OCD, so when I see a piece of garlic that's not fully submerged, I have to submerge it. But, yeah, I'm going to let this go until it thickens up to where I want it to be. And then I am going to serve it. So I will see you guys at the taste test table. Alright, so our... Whoa, don't go into the pot, please. You guys almost fell into the pot. But our teriyaki sauce has reached basically the consistency that I want it to. So I'm going to remove it from the heat, and then I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to let this cool down and then get the chicken out of the oven and cut it up just like I did with the orange sauce. So I will be right back, and then we're going to go at the taste test table. Two things really quick. I am done making stuff. I'm just letting everything cool down to the point where I can actually eat it and not burn the roof of my mouth for the 17th time today. But also the thing that I was holding in my hand, I just looked at it and it's a shoehorn. I at least I believe it's a shoehorn. Me being in a wheelchair, I've never felt the need for them because either my shoes didn't fit or they did. I've never had to squeeze my feet into them, so I think that's a shoehorn. But there's no such thing in the kitchen. There's no such thing as a unitasker except for the fire extinguisher. That is the only unitasker meaning it does one thing and one thing only. That is the only unitasker you have in your kitchen. Everything else, you need to find something that multitasks. But I'm going to let everything cool down. It should be another 5 minutes, and then taste test table time. Look at these. And the reason why I have them in Tupperware is because I am going to be serving these for lunch tomorrow to my neighbors, just as it's something nice to do. So, here we go. This is, I believe, the teriyaki. Yep. This is the teriyaki first. All right. I don't know. That one's good. It's very good. It's just I would have done something different, but I don't know what that is because this is my first time making it. This is the orange chicken. Oh, wow. That one is very orangey. Wow. Actually make me want to get a drink of water. The orange is very, very intense, but it's, again, a good recipe. Chicken, both of them are cooked perfectly because I went back and I updated what I thought I needed to do. But I just need to change that on my recipe and we're good to go. But these are just really simple dishes, and honestly, if you don't want to go out but you're yearning for a particular style, like hold on, I'm sitting crooked. But if you're yearning for a certain style like Asian or something along those lines, I highly recommend the orange chicken. If you want wings but you don't want to spend that much money, I highly recommend the teriyaki. Both of them taste exactly how they should, and I'm just really surprised at myself. And I'm not boasting or anything, it's just I'm really surprised that I got it right. Excuse me. But this has been another episode of Cooking with the Cripple. I've been your host, the Cripple, and I hope you guys have a blessed day, and God bless. Bye-bye. I will see you in the next video.